And so we refrained from murdering a priest and a nun that we'd interacted with previously. After digging around in the sewer looking for a person who had taken a special sword, we've pissed off a local gang that has, put out a bounty on us and is probably actually responsible for the murder, but and setting us up for it. But we can't prove that, nor are we sure have any evidence to indicate that.
Well, normally when I get framed for murder, I just run. So.
Do note, just to be clear, that there are active patrols.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to disguise ourselves. But this is nighttime now, right?
No, we took a long rest. It's now morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose I should double. What level are we?
We just got to 13.
If I actually did my level.
Yeah, 13.
No, I did not do my level. Rip. Oh well.
Well, in the course of the night, Dylan would have shared her dreams with the party.
Like general dreams or like anything specific?
No, like general dreams, unless something specific happened. In the dream, though, Dylan owns a hostel and a brothel that are side by side.
A hostel brothel?
The hostel brothel.
A brothel?
Does she call it the den? Does she call it the den of sin?
No, Dylan's not the type. But if you want to stay in the hostel, you have to work in the brothel.
I'm just hearing all kinds of wordplay here.
But don't worry, you don't always have to have sex. You can be a companion.
I like the way you phrase it. You don't always have to, meaning sometimes you have to.
So yeah, that's where we're at.
Any questions?
No.
Including questions about her dream, I guess.
If people try to address Dylan about it, she'll lie and say that's not what she dreamt about. And all of them were like The Rock, i.e., her father's guard.
Sir Durock?
Sir D-Rock. I didn't realize I was current on this one too. God damn it. That reading's here.
Okay, if there are new questions, okay, we're at that because it's okay. Well, with dreams shared and the morning anew, you still have at your beck and call the rather attractively tailored servants at your disposal. As a reminder someone has to inform Matt. These people, while dressed nice, are really folks from the underworld. Sorry, the criminal world. I need to be more specific. They're not undead.
Hmm.
Um, so they're criminals dressed up to look really nice. Now, admittedly, we're talking about assassins and enforcers, not
Yeah.
not your regular street urchins. Um, I do
Apparently,
believe
we're in
this
the
was paid for the day for like a.
Yeah, so we paid for the day, but let them know we might opt to extend if this. Depending on how this goes.
I would like to correct, we didn't pay for anything.
Well, if you
Well,
want to get
yeah.
technical, yes.
You decided to pay for something that was free.
Hey. Dylan has never had to do shady stuff, okay? Outside of, like, your everyday average pranks. She is not made for the hard life, alright? She wouldn't survive.
You're right, she is monkey do here.
Yeah. She would literally turn herself in and be like, alright, I surrender. I didn't commit the crime, but I can't live my life on the run. Especially because she's afraid if she runs too and get caught, the punishment would be like worse.
You'll have to follow through with your fate because they pulled strings. Congratulations, you have started a international incident.
Well, if anybody actually gets around to running a background check, she technically started an international incident anyway.
Wait, how did I start an international incident?
The daughter of the Minister of Culture for the Silken Empire murdered a priest in the capital of the Republic of Selene.
Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, those are lies. So it wouldn't hold up in the court of law.
Okay. Okay, is there anything in the morning people are wanting to accomplish that doesn't directly involve going to the next definitive location?
Well, given that we're going detective mode, I might be rejiggering my spell selection.
Well, Dylan's not waking up for nothing. How many? I lose all exhaustion, right, from a long rest?
Normally you would only lose one, but we were able to work the conditions of this place to get you to lose all three.
Okay, good.
You got what you paid for.
I paid for good. Didn't at one point we had a reset button? Did they do away with the reset button?
No, it's
There should be a long and short
I
rest
missed
button.
it. I missed it. I found it. I just overlooked it. It was a purple box.
Okay, no, it doesn't.
Everything's
Okay, this
white.
character has any spells for enhancing investigations. Okay.
Yeah. No, Dylan will 9 times out of 10 still be asleep because she is not a morning person. She does not rise up at the crack of dawn. She rises up mid-noon. So
Oh, I remember that from last time. Vern had to wake you up.
yeah. She's not a morning person.
Under the circumstances, probably gonna get your ass woken up.
Cold water.
Yeah. She would like grumble. She'll sit up and then fall over the other side and like snuggle back under the thing. It's like a go back to sleep. That's okay. Oh my god.
I give mild XP for anime slice of life references. There's literally a smidge, but every smidge helps.
Every smidge helps. It might be that smidge we need to get over the cliff to get to the level up.
Okay, we'll just hoarfrost the blanket, and then it'll be too cold for her to stay in bed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. At that point, she'd wake up and start grumbling. Toss the blanket in a random direction. Actually, she will purposely toss it at Kiki in a fit of rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just throwing a blanket in there.
It's a cold blanket. Somebody decided to freeze it.
Can't you just heat it up?
Or just wait a minute for it to cool, but for it to return to normal. But
I honestly though, she's a bit of a princess.
and it is first thing in the
Surprise
morning,
me
so that probably has nothing.
Yeah.
Doesn't-
She's very grumpy. She's been woken up before noon.
Heaven help whoever wakes up the princess before noon.
Well, it was Ash that woke her up. She's taking it on Kiki. Ash did carry her around.
That's it. I hauled her ass around the city. This is
Yeah. Well, she might have wanted to throw it at you. She's like, I can't. He might never carry me around the city again if I'm exhausted.
Are we still in the Are we still in the Republic, or are we somewhere else?
it's still the same adventure. So yes, we're still in the capital of the Republic.
Yep.
Okay, just confirming.
Guilty will slice the blanket in half.
I was wondering who was going to do that.
Well, that felt unnecessary.
Look, I couldn't dodge it. It was last minute.
It's a blanket.
It's a
Well,
cold
she obviously
blanket.
threw it because something was wrong.
Yeah, because it got frozen.
It's cold.
So she threw a sheet of ice at me. I was right to cut it in half.
Now stop being a baby. You would have been okay.
He's gonna look at you. Stop being a baby.
Yeah, you stop being a baby. I'm not a baby. I need my sleep. I only had, she's like counting her fingers, 8 hours. I need more. As a baby dragon, I need at least 16 hours of rest.
Kyoki's gonna look at Ash. He was like, she's the leader because her dad's rich, right?
No, she's the captain of the ship because y'all elected her as such.
Huzzah! And there's no backseat. Unless you guys stage a mutiny, and if you do, I will just blow the ship up. So then nobody gets the ship.
Oh, that's mature.
Well, you mean, you have to be extreme. It could be like
Well,
this
I
great
say, well, I
captain
elected-
I heard about.
I elected you to be the captain because no one else actually wanted to do it.
I make a good captain. I have good leadership skills.
Exactly.
When you listen to me. When you listen to me. You
When
don't
don't.
listen. What? He's gonna look over at Ash and Fargo and be like, do I really need to start a whole list of the things that I tell him not to do that he does?
Yes, they're all certain. I say, do everything that you tell me when it sounds like a good idea.
No. The guards. I said don't harm the guards, and you harmed them. They're just doing their job.
He tried to touch me. I didn't know where his hands had been.
That doesn't mean you hurt him.
He lived.
Probably with a couple of broken appendages. We can't hurt people if they're doing their job.
What if those people are assassins?
Okay, we can't hurt people who are doing their job unless they're doing something nefarious. Okay, and they weren't doing anything nefarious. They were following the law.
You're trying. Well, if the law is nefarious, then technically, we need to do something.
The law's not nefarious.
How do we know that they weren't sent? How do we know they weren't crooked cops? I mean, look at them.
Because when we came out of the sewer, they could have gunned us down. They didn't gun us down, so they're not bad.
Yeah. To be fair, as a minority, I don't trust cops in general.
Well, she like looks over at Fargo like she's about to say something, and then she stops herself, just like. Am I the only one here who hasn't done anything bad?
There's a knock on the door.
Come in.
Anything bad?
Letwin comes in.
I feel like Ileana's kind of holding up her hand in the corner. Is like, I haven't done anything. But
Hi. I hope you all enjoyed your stay.
I did. It was most miraculous, even though I slept the majority of the stay. I would have slept longer if somebody didn't want to throw a cold blanket on me. But, anyway.
Thank you for taking care of us. It was much appreciated.
Oh, yes, you're welcome. Will you need an extension?
No.
oh, not at the moment.
Why don't we just say yes for one more day? And if we don't use it, then that's okay.
We have things we have to do.
Well, I'm saying we could go do our things we have to do, but in case we have to come back, we have a place to come back.
Yeah, it's like we may not be able to resolve this in one day.
Yeah. So yes, we do need an extra day, sir, if you would be so kind and so gracious.
Not a problem. Just so you're aware, the search for you went throughout the night. The city guard is apparently rather serious about this. At sometime earlier, there were people dispatching posters of your likeness, and according to the urchins, they are offering a sizable reward to the citizenry for information about your whereabouts.
Of course they are. Thank you. We will disguise ourselves.
I think I actually am good at that. Hold on. It's been a while since I've looked at my sheet.
Okay, well, I will go and make sure this place remains hidden. Is there anything else that you'll need? I can get my hands on some wine. I can get my hands on looks around
That I need.
yeah.
We will need as much wine as you can get your hands on.
Well, you can pay for the wine, but
One's already paid for.
will you just let it go? Dilla tries to say that with a straight face, but she doesn't. She goes with the guy. She says, "Yes. Does this city have secret passageways? And if so, is there a map of these secret passageways that we could potentially have?"
Well, I mean, it's not like passageways in a mansion or anything. There are um, hard to travel areas that generally aren't patrolled. Um, uh, if if Scuzz isn't too busy, I could find him. Um, he's good with the touring, but if he's not available, I could find someone else street level that would know the new layout of of the city pretty well.
Well, the thing is, the less people that knows, the better. So I'm not sure if we want to bring
Well,
anybody
Scuzz is the
extra.
person. It was the guy who was guiding us through the Undercity yesterday, so we at least know him and he's
Yeah,
aware of what's going on.
yeah. So we can try Scuzz. See if Scuzz is available. If not, we'll see if he has a map he can loan us. And if you wouldn't happen to have the patrols of the guards, so we know what areas they're heavily patrolling versus areas that they're not heavily patrolling.
um, well, getting the guards patrols would take some time, and
Time is not something we really have.
Yeah.
there's especially risk if there's a reward for your whereabouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
As for Scuzz, yeah, I'll see if he's available. Last I heard, he was uh, checking in with contacts. I'll see if I can find any mutual ones to get to him. As a reminder, Scuzz was gonna try to get intel for you
Right.
guys.
Right. Scuzz is already in theory working this angle.
Yeah.
It's just that Ledwin he is aware of Scuzz, but not aware of your association. So.
Mhm.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, well, I can get the work, get to work on that. As for you in the wheelchair, you wanted extra wine.
As much wine as you could get your hands on.
Um,
I know I look sort of small, but I have a very high tolerance. Don't think too hard about it.
he seems to be tabulating numbers in his head.
Hmm.
I could get you, could get you 2 bottles of high quality or 30 bottles of enjoyable quality. Unless,
Oh, 30 bottles.
unless of course you're going to um, donate for additional or expanded services.
Yoki's gonna kind of shoot him a look.
The mistress mentioned something about the extra wine not being floated on her bill. Is that not correct?
Yeah, it's not floated on my bill.
Yeah, again, I'll pay for the wine.
Well, if you're willing to pay for the expanded services, then if you're wanting all the wine, I can get my hands on. Um, how much value would you estimate that to
I'll
be?
take I'll take the 30 bottles of the enjoyable. see. So that's 15 gold.
Um, I'm sorry. Did I hear? You said 15.
Yeah,
Sorry,
for the 30
I thought I
bottles.
heard 20. But I can always I can always drop drop the boons from it. So 15 will be fine.
What do you mean drop the boons from it?
Oh, it doesn't matter. The 15's good.
Hey, I'll hand him 15 gold.
Okay, just 15 then. Okay.
Um,
He'll wait if you look uncertain.
yeah, he'll wait. He'll be like, there'll be a tip in it for you, assuming that you can do this, and it's good wine.
Oh, okay, so 20 gold then. That sounds good.
Hmm.
And
Persuasion. It'll be 15 gold, and then again, if everything meets my expectations, there will be a 5 gold tip.
roll persuasion.
I mean, that's a good tip. That's a 33% tip. I think 5 silver a bottle is a fair price.
Yeah.
What? No?
Let me double check that.
I wasn't asking for like the highest quality. He said the enjoyable qualities.
A common bottle of wine is 2 silver. The good stuff is 10 gold.
But he said fun wine, not good
Yeah,
wine.
so I would
as long
assume
as
this
it's
is common.
yeah.
So I'm paying a premium per bottle of about 250% per bottle. So
That sounds fair.
okay, good. Glad we have an agreement.
He will leave.
Remember when the last was I rolled dice in this game?
About 10 minutes later, you'll be hearing like lifting and effort noises from outside in what counts for the hallway. And then there's a knock on the door.
Fargo will look towards everyone and be like, I guess I'll get it.
That's probably for you.
Yep. Opens the door.
Right. There'll be two pairs of brawny muscular men in patchwork leather armor with some weapons up on the belt. Each of them has a crate the size of their the as tall as their like torso area and a bit wide, so they're having to kind of have their arms spread to grip it. And they'll kind of make their way in, set these crates down. You will see that the crates did have an emblem on them. It is scratched out, though in its place is looks like the emblem of a goblin slaying a kobold, and the goblin is taking a depiction of a bottle of wine from the kobold's hand.
Interesting.
Unlike the snappily dressed people that are acting as the servers, these individuals, after setting down the crates, will just leave. Letwick will apparently have left a note on it stating your delivery and please leave the tip outside.
Okay. I will drop the 5 gold tip outside.
These crates do in fact contain bottles of decent, not great, but decent wine, though they maintain the original labeling that was scratched out from the crates themselves. It is wine from a tavern. Dylan, you'll know that the particular tavern this comes from was damaged and under repair post siege.
No. You know what? I think I'm gonna donate to a couple of the taverns and breweries and distilleries here in the city. Yeah, after I clear my name. After I clear my name. That's
You'll actually find that, well, he said 30. There's actually a total of 40 bottles.
Okay. Excellent. The more the merrier. Anybody want a drink?
First
I will
thing in the
take a
morning,
bottle.
we're about to go, do something requiring functioning intelligence. No, I'm good.
It's just one.
That sounds good to me. Though I wish it was something a wee bit stronger than wine. But
Yeah.
it's better than nothing.
Anything's strong enough if you get enough of it. And
Believe it.
Margo will pop open the cork on one of the bottles and then proceed to just start drinking from the bottle like it was a bottle of beer versus a bottle of wine.
Sounds good. Quote unquote, Mr. T will join you, though doesn't seem to be enjoying the wine as much as you. He very much has an attitude of that'll do.
Oh, Mr. T, don't worry. Remember all those awesome bottles of alcohol I brought when we went to the little thing you took me to?
Aye.
We'll just, when this is all over and we've cleared our names, we will celebrate.
That sounds great. Okay, so between now and whenever you guys want to head out, how much wine are people drinking?
No, I'm just gonna have a glass to take the edge off since somebody woke me up
All right.
early.
None. Okay,
Yeah, none. For either one of me.
gotcha.
Margo is going to drink an entire bottle and then carry a second bottle with him to drink once the first one is finished.
Okay. In that case, what is your guys' next move? I know you
I
got.
will perform.
Perform. Wait.
Yes.
Wait. Are you going to be
And
a
the
performer?
Yes, I'm going to be a performer, and I'm going to
Wow.
perform, and the means of making myself look different.
Oh, okay, that kind of performance. Okay. Apparently, Matt caught what I caught what I
Well, I
was
knew what
saying.
you meant. I knew what you meant. But the only other girl here is what's her face?
Hi.
I can't remember her name.
I even intentionally gave her a name you in theory remember because you liked it.
I did, but I think I forgot it. I keep wanting to say Esmeralda, but I'm.
That's not even close.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. I was like, maybe it's Esmeralda. I don't know what her name is. She changed the direction
There's
of
a
my
thing that I
TV.
forgot to do, and I will correct that right now. Boom! Wait, hold on. It needs input from me. Boom! Okay. We have... Really? Oh shit, really? It's all mine. Okay. Final Fantasy level is now complete.
Hero P-roll. Oh, we didn't get any.
Yeah, we didn't get any hero points.
Yep, it's all mine.
That's okay. It's okay. It's alright. We don't need any. Keep your hero points. We don't want them. They suck anyway.
As a matter of fact,
And I
when you
promise-
use them, don't give them to us. Okay.
Let's not be hasty.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess I'll just
Are you going to be using a deception or disguise kit? From what I was reading, a disguise kit would actually be more appropriate, as I believe deception can be used to, like, blend in the crowds, if I was reading it correctly, but versus actually disguising yourself. I know at the time I made a quick call, but I read up on it a bit later, so...
I have an herbalism kit.
No, remember, you can still try to disguise yourself without the use of the kit. The kit just makes it,
Yeah,
you know...
I'm double checking to make sure, but I'm pretty sure because I've reached the shampoo.
I read the shampoo. I've gone too far.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll just roll deception. I mean, push comes to shove, I got polymorph and alter self.
I'd say Alter Self straight up lets you just, do the thing.
Oh, so yeah,
Yeah,
Ultra
the only
Self
reason
is
why
like...
I didn't want to use alter self is because it only gives me an hour, and if we're out here for more than an hour.
However,
And
you have an artificer in the party.
oh, cool.
Boop.
Do you
Right
do the thing
tool
where you
for
just
the
create a
job.
full kit?
Yep. What tool we need? We're going to the belt. Because artificers are Batman.
I've actually been thinking, and I've been like, multi-classing art with artificers is actually pretty fun.
Well, I was about to say, we don't actually need... I've got a disguise kit.
Oh, well, there we go. Now, we have his disguise kit, and if we need more supplies, I can just spawn them out of my belt.
Alright, well, cool.
But yeah, if he already has a disguise kit, then yeah, we're good.
So does that give me advantage on deception?
It depends on whether you guys make the disguise roll.
Okay. Passing yourself off in a disguise versus actually disguising yourself. That's a bit different. Okay. 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 So you're choosing to use the disguise kit and not alter self?
Yeah, because alter self again is only an hour long.
Okay.
I would have to keep casting it and casting and casting it just for wasting mana. So like alter self should be used at the most detriment of time. Also, polymorph is also an hour, so don't want to waste spells if I don't have to.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I have a disguise spell also, but that's an hour, so we'd have to keep doing that.
Okay, we
Yeah.
have Ash.
Now, we could take your armor off, and nobody would know you were you.
Well, that's what I did earlier, where I just kept the helmet off, and it just looks like normal armor without the helmet.
Mhm.
Then I just look at like a pallid elf, and I just trigger racism, but they don't know that's what they're looking for, so triggering racism is better than triggering the cops.
Okay. Here's everyone. Ash, Dylan, Belan, Kyoki, Mr. T, and Elliot. I should give him the party composition. Let me flip that. There we go. Okay. For those who are going to be using the use guys kit, you can either make me a dexterity or intelligence roll at advantage, unless you of course have proficiency in the disguise kit, then you can just roll the disguise kit as per normal.
Do you have proficiency, Matt?
No, I do not have proficiency, I don't believe.
Man, those are two of my lowest stats. Well, two of my second lowest. What? 2, 3. Those are two of my 3, 4. Goddamn! Those are one of my lowest stats.
I have proficiency in brewer's supplies, but not in disguise kit.
Well, then
What are we rolling?
if you are proficient, then you said it was...
It was either dexterity or intelligence. If you are not proficient, then utilizing the kit will give you advantage on either dexterity or intelligence.
Dexterity check.
If you are not proficient in the kit, then yes, it's either a dexterity check or an intelligence check at advantage.
Correct.
If you're not proficient, it's at advantage.
Right,
or
right.
You're not.
If you are proficient, you get proficiency. If you are not proficient, then you are just rolling dex or intelligence at advantage.
Right. Because the kit's providing you, useful things.
That's a nat 20.
Okay. And what's
Too
your
bad. That first of all, that's a dirty 20, and second of all, still not a
Hey,
great.
it's 20. It's 20 and it's green. Okay.
He's like, I'll take it.
I'm not disputing it's a 20 in green. I'm just saying it's not natural.
I don't know if you know this, but Roll20 has done me dirty the last 2 or 3 games I've come to. It's like they're shaming me for having skipped so many sessions of things.
Hey, you roll like I rolled, David.
Woo!
Hurrah!
Is Wednesday Supers?
Yep.
Wednesday is Supers.
Yes, Wednesday is supers.
Wednesday is also my birthday.
Woo!
31, right?
What?
I think 33. Or 34.
I'll take 31.
Okay.
Brian's right. It's 31.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go with 34.
Is Ileana gonna
Golly.
be...
Ileana's using wild shape again.
Okay.
How do you not know what my birthday is, Sierra? How do you not know how old I am?
And Ash is
Look
doing
at me.
Is that how
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
just,
know how
it's like,
old
it's
Jeremiah
like taking the helmet
or
off so it looks like just
James is?
normal, like, breastplate, and then, just as hood.
Yeah. But see, you actually like me. You hate Jeremiah.
That's okay. I have to calc. If it wasn't for the fact that me and Mom were 20 years apart, I would not know how old she was.
I was born in 90, so whatever the last number of the year is, that's the last number of my year.
Okay.
So
I can't math.
it's 23, so I'm turning 33.
Okay.
Okay, all of you have disguised yourself utilizing either your own personal abilities or the various items from the disguise kit.
We're going to blue squirrel this time.
Okay.
And I'm wearing like a scarf to hide my horns, by the way.
Okay.
Ironically, they're looking for a purple. They might be better off getting you out of the wheelchair.
Yeah, actually, I think I will get out of the wheelchair.
Ah,
And
what do you mean? Mr. Teal
Oh.
asked.
I need a little bit of space. And then he's gonna unlatch the legs and step out.
This guy's Warforged. Oh,
What?
what? Ah, your horse!
This motherfucker just called me a horse.
Ah, that's great. You can go faster than anyone.
And just for reference, this is the look that. Oh, that's not actually gonna work. Hold on. The actual image address. Yep. Open image in a new tab. Copy image address. This is the look that
Nailed it.
that Fargo has gone with. Oh, it didn't go automatically. Why did it not go?
I approve the message.
The horse body. Amazing.
Nice.
Dylan is dressed up as Red Sonja
Oh, nice.
with a scarf.
Yeah, that's not going to draw attention at all.
She doesn't know. She's like, I saw this and I thought it was nice.
I mean, it's a generic fantasy setting. It's a generic barbarian look, you know.
No,
Well. Alrighty then. Dylan's not wearing any clothes.
I mean, she's wearing some clothes, but it's about the same amount she's normally wearing.
did I say Red Sonja?
Yeah, Red Sonja.
Yeah, that should
Pretty
be,
sure that's just. Pretty sure that's just a washcloth cut into 3 pieces.
No, it's a chainmail. It's the classic chainmail bikini.
It's what the chainmail bikini used to be.
Yeah, yeah. I have to say, all she's really done is removed, like, what was it, that gauze lacy
Yeah,
between.
Yeah.
that's what I said. It's about what she's normally wearing.
Mr. T is going to go from his regular look here
Brian, your mic's doing it again.
to
And now it's crickets. Cricket.
That's not cricket. He's David's, telling us what Mr. T's turning into.
yep.
I know, but he stopped talking like right as Brian muted his mic, so it sounded like I had been disconnected.
Ah,
Yeah, it is very.
I need. Can someone find me a city in Europe that starts with E?
Can you not
Edinburgh?
Google a city that's with
Edinburgh. That's a good one. Thank you.
I'll have to start with an I.
you?
Or a J.
to that.
I'm making a list. I've told
Aw.
my husband I want to travel through the alphabet, and so I'm making a list of like places that start with each letter that we can go through. See Europe A to Z.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, with everyone having donned various levels of disguises, question is, where are you wanting to go? Well, there's the
The crime scene.
there was the mausoleum, given what seemed to be the zombie situation with the down in the sewers.
Mhm.
Did we tell them about the zombie situation?
We didn't exactly get a chance. We came out of the sewer and they were immediately like, "It's them! Blast them!"
Okay, so
yeah,
we're gonna have to send notice.
Or of course, the as you guys mentioned, going to the scene of the crime, which would be in the that is no the name of the Trolls Camp. It's not the proper name. Morwen
That's it.
Chapel.
Yeah, the Church of Morrow over there in the religious quarter.
Yeah, Church Morrow. Servants of Morrowind. Whenever I say Morrowind, my brain goes to Morrowind, which is not the same thing.
Well, we definitely should go back and deal with the zombie situation. Probably should at least swing by the church first, before the the trail at the crime scene gets too cold.
Yes, most definitely. And in the process of us heading towards the church, I at least think we should attempt to raise attention to the zombie problem to law enforcement, even though they probably won't believe us.
I like to remind you, lass, what recently happened in Corvus. The zombie hordes and the Inquisitor's occupation, yelling out, "Another zombie horde may yield."
No, I wasn't saying we're gonna yell it out. We said notice to the police, not yell it out in the streets and cause a mass panic and chaos.
I wasn't literally meaning yell. I wasn't literally meaning yell it out, but
You were just talking about bringing up, mentioning undead as a alert in general.
It could work. It could work very well, but it could also have an effect of it not to be taken seriously, or it'll be like quiet crying werewolf.
Besides, from what we've observed so far, the two might be connected.
You think so?
Oh, I have no doubt about it. I've been inside that chick's head. You've seen it. You've seen what I've seen. We have to find the niece.
Well, her trail probably also is at the church, so...
Oh, yeah, most definitely. But then she killed the nun and her uncle, and took off.
Possible, but from what little I was able to observe of her, I don't believe so. I can't discount the possibility, but...
I was going to say, I've been inside of her head. I think what she came out on the outside and what was on the inside don't match.
Yeah, at least need to pop into the church long enough to see if we can find any clues, and then we can worry about this, whatever's going on in the sewer.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if there were still guards there, but we've proven adept at not being seen, especially like this.
That's it. I was like, we are nondescript individuals who are just coming to worship for the day.
Dylan, lass, perhaps you should put that mark on your forehead again.
She's gonna look down at what she's wearing, and they I mean, should I? Did we go back to the same person that put it on me to begin with?
One step at a time, all right?
Okay. Can someone roll me 3d6? No modifier, just 3d6.
That is a 16.
Okay.
And doubles if it matters.
Not in this case. Okay. I can't. Okay. As you guys are leaving, there is a instead of a knock on a door, but it's happening as you're opening it,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll see excuse me. Come on. There it is. And you will see Gabi / Skuzz.
Smeagol!
Wow, Gabi, you got a buffer.
Mm,
This is what I look like when I'm evading the law.
Ah, that's our story the GM's using. Not they just didn't grab he grabbed a different pig.
No, it is actually assigned to a character sheet. It's been this image.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, I had heard from Letwin that you're wanting a bit of a tour of the unpopulated alleyways and such to Corvus. That I can certainly do for you. Though while I wasn't through, I do I was able to find out that well, the person who deputized you apparently is in charge of what I've been hearing of seeking you out for arrest. But if he's a captain, that just kind of makes sense. I don't know how well the two of you knew each other, but maybe that could play into some sort of psychological adventurers. I don't know, chess game. But something a bit more practical. The watch is also using hounds to try to find you. Which, since we're going to be using the back ways, shouldn't be too much of an issue with all the smells and everything that's just going to be through the ways we're going. Don't worry, it's not the sewer system.
Oh, good.
I was worried because I have no shoes on.
Ah,
Yeah, and I'm not exactly wanting to be covered in leeches this time. Not that I was covered
second
last
that
time.
notion.
Depending on where you're going to go, there are of course going to be watchmen. I know the let me actually get in. Look. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. Given what's happened, the cathedral will probably have a combination of watchmen and oh, and the combination of the watchmen and whatever martial order falls under Morrow.
That's fair. This means we have to be on our P's and Q's. No harming anyone. Iki. Iki agrees. He will not do any violence.
I agree. No undue violence.
On your end.
I will not commit violence unless they commit violence first.
No. They're doing their job. You will just peacefully dispatch them.
Gotcha. I will not harm them.
You will not harm them. Anything connected to your person via magic or spiritual will not harm them either.
What are you talking about? I don't have spirits.
He like randomly looks in a direction over his shoulder and be like, "You're a wife."
Yes, but she doesn't actually hurt people.
How about you just pay your friend here some coin? That might get straighter to the point.
He doesn't work for money.
Everyone
He
works for
works
money.
for vengeance.
Unless you're a cleric.
Well, I mean, he does work for money, but he doesn't work for money from me.
Well, I'm not gonna pay him.
Well, no. We will just have to intervene and protect the people who are doing their job.
So where are you wanting to go?
The cathedral first.
Okay, Cathedral
That's where the
Moro,
crime was
and
committed.
then we want to head back to where we were yesterday with the look into that zombie
Zombies.
problem.
Okay, let's go that way then. Okay. Do. Okay, using the paths will the lesser known paths will slow your travel progress because you're not able to just use main streets and everything. Because you're also in this case needing to avoid the general populace. Could I get a stealth roll from folks?
Oh, Jesus.
The DC is going to be a 13.
I knew I was gonna fail it. Missed it by one, though.
One more, please.
I get advantage for being a squirrel.
Well, I mean, you can also opt not to make a stealth roll.
Okay, so no.
Okay.
Can I do mine at disadvantage to help what's her face? Give her a +2 or something.
No, because I'm going to be counting this as a more of a group check.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Also, Dylan, you didn't post your number up.
It's 12.
Yeah, if it was Dragon Tamer right there. No,
It's survival
It
though.
says survival.
That's
not-
I hit the wrong thing. Sorry.
No, well, that's good. Same thing.
Same thing.
No, if you'd have rolled that on the survival, it would have been a 13.
I will say this. Using the back ways, um, you you were spotted kind of only once. Fortunately, though you were spotted, you clearly weren't outed as yourselves because you're also disguised.
Hmm.
And maybe they just spotted me because, like, I am wearing next to nothing.
Well, it's assumed that that there is some kind of illicit fest hall activities
Hmm.
uh, that are going on. Thus, it would not be proper to do any kind of investigation for even curiosity's sake. At least, so says the general person of Corpus.
Okay.
As you're moving around, since you are using the back roads, I am lessening the effective patrol level for the routes you guys are going. Okay. Can someone roll me 1d10?
I gotcha.
I'm up to L now, guys. I feel like there's a lot of L's. I'm just blanking on them.
London.
Oh yeah, that would probably be a good one.
I was just thinking you didn't pick London because it was so common. I was like, yeah, I could probably go for something like nobody's heard of before.
Well, so far, I've got A, we're going to Amsterdam, B, Berlin, C, Corfu, Greece, D, Dresden, Germany. I might pick a better D. E, Edinburgh, F, Faro, Portugal, G, Genoa, Italy, H, Hamburg, I, Ibiza? Is that how you say that? I don't know. J was difficult, but either Jamala, Latvia, or Jersey in France. And then K, Kissamos, Crete. And L, London. I think London is fair after all of that. Okay, continue.
Okay. After a good 45 minutes of roaming around the back areas, echoing from amongst the buildings and going up and being heard above the light din of movement and conversation from people wandering the main streets. You'll hear everyone will hear
Doggo. They did say they had hounds involved, and
yeah, Gabi / Scuzz did note that the patrollers are now using hounds.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, evasive maneuvers without being suspicious.
now, note you heard it. You heard it echoing, so it's not like the dog and the handlers are like right behind you or anything.
we just know that they're in the vicinity.
They're in the vicinity, and because the dog's there, it may have your sounds.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking evasive maneuvers without looking suspicious.
How would people, if they would like to do evasive maneuvers, how would people want to do such?
I'm going to reach into my bag and I'm going to throw some food rations on the ground.
Smart. Smart.
Food rations, okay.
Um,
I'll say, but I'm gonna kind of break it up into small pieces so that it doesn't look like we actively just left the food out to throw them off. It's just like, I'm gonna say just leave like a piece of food just in the corner so that the dog should just like chase and sniffs the food. I'm gonna say like catches a sense of some food and then just goes over. And so that hopefully like trying to set up the foods so that it looks like, hey, these like, oh, hey, the dog just kind of got distracted by some food that just so happened to be leaning up against the wall or something like that.
Okay, could you... could you make me a,
Survival, deception.
given what you're doing, I'd say because you're wanting to make it, like, kind of, like, appealing for the animal, yeah?
Oh, that's food. I don't care if it's deception. Make it so that it looks. I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's food rations. I don't know many dogs that are going to overlook food. But
Okay. In that case...
I was trying to make it so that the people who are with the dogs don't suspect it as, hey, food was just left here to throw it off.
Okay, make me a, yeah, make me a, I'll say, make me a sleight of hand or deception roll.
also, your mic is doing the thing again.
Okay, what are other people wanting to?
I don't think I have anything in particular I can do special.
No, keep in mind, this is about, like, evading the pursuit, not
Yeah.
necessarily specifically messing with the dog.
Yeah, I understand that.
So even something like athletics or acrobatics to book it.
I'm going to use
good.
that goblin grappling hook to get to the high ground, and then do my impression of freestyle to try and make some distance so they lose the scent.
Okay, make me a athletics roll with advantage.
Athletics, no.
Well, I guess you're using acrobatics because
Well, the grapple hook just said it did, so I wasn't sure which skill would come into play.
Yeah. Well, it was considering you're hopping along roofs, either acrobatics or athletics would work fine. But you can roll at advantage.
Okay, so I'm going to do the 12. And I have 6 step points that I will put towards positioning and bonus to initiative should this go sideways.
Okay.
Squirrel is just going to stick to height, so squirrel.
Stick to who?
Squirrel's just going to stick to high places where the dogs can't get to. Can't get to the squirrel.
Okay. In that case, it sounds like either acrobatic, athletics, or stealth.
Any and all of the above. Huh? Okay.
I found a list that does this, and I was comparing this list to my list that I'm making, and I got to K, and it said Kiev, and I was like, huh, it's like Kiev, and then I paused, and I was like, oh yeah, we don't want Kiev on my list. I don't really feel like getting bombed by Russians.
Oh, that'd be memorable. You said athletics, acrobatics, survival.
We would remember it for the rest of our life.
Squirrel stats.
Oh, there we go. Just gonna steal that one
Okay,
right from
14.
here.
Okay. I believe at this point I am missing Dylan and Belinda.
Oh. What are we rolling?
You are telling him how you're trying to get away from the dogs, and he tells you what skill to use to do it.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Ooh, what I do best. I dance.
So you're going to seduce the dogs?
No. But I am going to weave through the masses, under tables, over benches, around stalls and vendors, in the form of a dance, so that it just looks like I'm just having a good time.
Well,
And it's going to be hard to keep track because what? Am I going to pirouette over there, or am I going to leap up there? Like, you never know what I'm going to do.
while being unpredictable is perfectly fine, I would like to remind you that you're using the back roads. So less people, but
yeah.
plenty of items. So you can still, dance and acrobatic your way through.
It's less tables, probably more crates and barrels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm also.
that sounds like an acrobatics.
I'm not going to. I'm not doing anything because they're looking for a guy in a wheelchair, not a centaur. So
Okay, are you at the very least moving with the group, or are you just standing there?
I'm moving with the group, not specifically looking like I am moving with the group because I don't want to look like I'm with these guys who all look like they're wanted posters. But
I don't look like my wanted poster, though. I feel like
you-
Dylan probably feels like she, looks different than what she actually does.
Okay.
in a worst case scenario, I'll be able to talk my way out of if these people start talking to me.
Hopefully.
I'd say athletics at disadvantage since it sounds like you're kind of moseying.
And so they weren't particularly talkative before.
Did you say athletics at disadvantage for me?
Because, it sounds like you're kind of
Preferred.
moseying, so...
Yeah, sure.
It's an athletic mosey.
Disadvantage.
Oh, I'm doing a group skill thing.
Oh yeah, I understand that. I am amused by athletics for a mosey. It is a very,
I mean, sleight of hand, maybe. Since I'm trying to follow them.
it's a very
but
vigorous
not-
mosey.
Sleight of
Up
hand
here.
for following them?
Yeah, because I'm trying to not appear like I'm following them.
That would
like
be closer
I'm with
to a
the group.
deception. Sleight of hand is feats of manual dexterity.
Okay. A deception, you can add 1 point to it if you wanted to go that route, but it's about the same. So
Via your various methods, including the mosey method, it is apparently enough to not be pursued. The food probably helped a lot.
I can also just I'm not currently in the chair and I don't have a poop bag hooked up, so I can just shit on the ground and have them step in it, and then they'll probably freak the fuck out because they just stepped in horse shit. That's my favorite method of escape.
That's exactly what she's done.
So, despite even with this obstacle, you are able to reach the estate of the cathedral church of Moro. You are seeing a combination of the Watch and the Brothers and Sisters of Moro moving collectively around. You also see regular things like people tending to the grounds. You also hear the sound um, of a choir, which is essentially leading a form of prayer for the recent happenings. So you're at the edge of the estate. Of the grounds.
Awesome.
Okay, well, we're here. I look like me, so I don't think I should go in.
Yeah, you can hang out here. We should be back shortly.
Sounds great.
Would you like a rope trick to hide in while you wait?
Oh, that would be great.
The little box on the ground. It shoots a little puff of like frost up into the air and creates a little portal hole.
Climbs the rope.
I love that spell.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, since we don't look like ourselves, guess we could try just walking in. Actually.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly try that. Yeah. Ash is gonna pop his racial invisibility just to be safe, but
Okay. Zonk. Alright, so for those just kind of walking up, are you wanting to walk up to the main entrance, or are you wanting to go to like one of the side entrances?
Because we're technically people who have never been here before, I'm gonna enter in through the main entrance.
Okay, is that what everyone else is going to do?
I'm sticking with the party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's dogs there. If there's dogs there, I'm not going in through the main entrance.
You're not seeing dogs with the watchman.
Okay.
Okay. You'll be greeted by a one of the clergy of Amoro has back length, well kept brown hair. His eyes are hazel in color, and he's dressed in slightly more formal Moro attire versus someone who's expected to go out into the city, so he's probably doing something exclusively on grounds for a bit. Looks to be yeah, 20s or 30s. Welcome to the Church of Morrow. Unfortunately, we have suffered a bit of a tragedy recently. So uh, if you're here to see, excuse me, either sisters Viola, Agnes, or Father Dumas, they are currently unavailable at the moment, having been involved in quite an unfortunate situation. If you're here for prayer, blessing, perhaps some generosity, I can certainly direct you in any of those directions. Of course, as you look rather new, is there anything in particular that I can be of assistance with?
Yes. We have come to this church to pay our respects and to pray to our God for an adventure we are about to set out on.
Yes. I understand. The sanctuary is this way. Uh, if you wish to pay your respects.
Well, is the sanctuary connected to the church?
Yeah, it's all like one big cathedral.
Okay, good.
As you can see on the map there, it's a 29 yellow, that like large, like interconnected structure.
Okay.
What kind of adventure are you and your fellows going to embark on?
Dragon hunting.
Hmm.
Yes, dragon hunting.
Given the, are you sure you don't mean wyverns, perhaps?
Nope. Specifically dragons.
Well,
I believe that
I'm afraid
dragons still
you'll
exist.
indeed need much prayer to go on that adventure.
You'll see.
Yes, of course. But yeah, you'll be led into the sanctuary. Large area. This is where the choirs going on, and there's a number of clergy, a few watchmen, a few general populace as well, in prayer or off to the side, speaking softly with one another. It's not jam packed or anything. Um, the priest that guided you in will wish wish that Laura guides you on ambitious your ambitious path to dragon hunting, and that he will return to his prior tasks.
Awesome. Thank you. Wait for he's good and gone. I'm like, okay. We will say a fake prayer and then head to the main building.
Okay.
Any objections?
No objections. While they are doing their little prayer, though, just do a quick walk around with the invisibility to see if I can pick up anything of note in the hushed conversations.
Right. These conversations are primarily people wishing well or not, or the general thing of you know why things. That being said, feel free to make me a investigation roll if you are wanting to stumble upon anything more substantial potentially.
Investigation.
Can we change that?
What investigation?
Can we make it say investigation?
No, we can't edit the character sheet.
How cool would that be?
That'd be really nice, actually.
No! My brain! Oh, sorry guys, it's house on the way down. Okay.
It is nice. As you're going around and listening in, amongst again the kinds of things I mentioned before, you will hear a small group of people talking. One of them a 20 something man looks to be wearing like acolyte vestments, and is speaking with a combination of other clergy and general Corvus people. Um, and here, yeah, yes, I've already spoken to the watch, and I'm especially shocked. I mean, I know anyone can go and fight and fight in the arena, but I mean, maybe we should start. I don't know, checking on the ethics of who we allow to do that kind of thing. Other people will say it's the arena. Anyone really should be able to do that, and the person will go, well, wait, which one are you talking about? And they'll go and describe this individual. And then proceed to and then proceed to mention.
What an uncouth-looking individual.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes, I saw that ruffian leaving the room of Sister Viola, making this noise, and he then proceeds to be like, it was something like that.
Was it more like... Wait, no. I don't draw attention to myself. I'm not gonna actually say.
This is what Tristan's picking up. I don't think we're.
Yeah, this is like while you're doing your prayers,
Yeah.
your prayers and stuff. But he tries a couple more times. He's clearly trying to approximate Kyoki's affectation. I know there were a few other people there. I didn't see them, but I think one of my sisters or brothers may have. And the one that mentioned about why screen people, the same people are going to go to the arena anyway, kind of comments, well, that champion did look a little sketchy, but I figured it was from the adventuring life. Yeah, you see, anyone who sounds like that would of course have blood on their blade. At this point, since I figure your prayer is going to be just as much as you guys need to do in terms of time. That's the only significant tidbit you're going to get within that particular time frame. You can of course investigate more. You could report back to the group.
And Fargo that committed murder. Shame on you two.
Is York really the only city in Europe that starts with Y?
I think I will swing back towards the group. I'm trying to keep an ear out specifically, see if I can learn where this happened, so I know where we need to be investigating.
You can make either a perception or investigation roll. Actually, yeah, either one of those would work because you're just trying to keep an ear out.
Well, I think we're going to take 17, because, yeah. And I got 5 stuff points on that.
There's literally only one city in the entire continent of Europe that starts with Y.
Hmm.
And it's York. And it's boring.
I mean, with object of attention and speedy.
Okay. We're actually looking for traces of assassination. Where are you going to look for the traces of assassination?
Hmm.
Okay, in the area you're in now, though? Okay. Well, if you keep an eye out for that, I would need an investigation roll from you. Though at a glance, the sanctuary area doesn't look like it's been disturbed. Okay, you're 33, and you're waiting to try to listen out for like where.
Yeah.
Through the myriads of conversation, you are getting uh, getting Agnes's and Viola's respective rooms, and um, the office of Father Dumas.
Okay, so 2 bedrooms in the office. I think I can do this without her abilities work, or due to the feats you took, or I can ping that over to Dylan.
Yeah. It's a two-way street. I mean, you gotta knock, and I'll be like, "Come on in."
That's
But
what I
yeah.
mean. It's like, something about, I can reach out to you now because you have feats that allow you to, you don't have to start it.
Now, yeah, but I want to say you could have done it beforehand. It's just I think before it was an action, and now there's no penalty.
Okay. I remember there was something to the effect of, if we have been contacted by
Yeah,
you
it
before,
would've-
we can contact you back now.
Yeah. Well, you could contact me before, but it looks like it used up one of my actions to allow it.
Okay.
Like if you wanted to communicate telepathically with me, it was like I had to use an action to allow it.
Yeah, either way, Dylan, bringing Dylan into the loop so she knows to meet me at, I guess we'll start with the priest's office.
Okay, with that,
Yep.
with that 33, by the way, you will get also get that only a very only um you're only getting this from a few people. You're keeping your ear out for, um, but you are hearing some startled sounds when some of the people that are here note the group. More specifically, there's there was a person concerned about the centaur that's with you.
Who's carrying a bottle of wine? Just that is open and he's drinking from it.
Right. Okay. So sorry. Who's going where?
I have told.
I'm going to the Father Dumbass's
I
office.
told Dylan to meet me at the office.
Okay. Are you conveying that to everyone else, or are they going to be doing their own things?
I will let everybody else know where I'm going. So if anything happens, people can save me. But yeah, I feel like we should probably divide and conquer.
Yeah, I got no say in that because I can't do telepathic communication except to her.
I think with the new ability, if I open it up to everybody, we can pretty much have like a powwow.
I'll
In my
double check
head?
that.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't want that confirmed.
I'm double looking now. Hold on.
That's it. Because if that's the case, then I can just let everybody know that we want his office and their bedrooms.
Yeah. You have honed your telepathic abilities, allowing you to link to and guide your companions as a united group. So I can literally share my same.
That's the fluff. Double check the mechanic part.
Oh, the mechanic part. Here's the fucking mechanic part. Hold on.
That's like the fluff is worthless.
You can maintain up to 6 creatures at a time. When you establish a link, you decide whether the link creature. Oh yeah, I can decide whether or not they communicate only with me, or if they can telepathically communicate with all the other creatures on the link. So I'm gonna go. Everybody can communicate.
Okay, in which case I can let everybody know the murders took place in the two nuns' respective bedrooms in Father Dumas's office. I am heading for Father Dumas's office. You guys can either meet me there or check the other 2 spots.
I'll check one of the bedrooms.
Oh, I can also use this as a help action. You're welcome.
Yes. Okay. So Belan
I gotta be within a certain feet, though.
is going to the bedrooms.
Yep. Wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time a bard's been in a nun's bedroom.
In which case, take Kiki with you.
I was going to ask where Kyoki was wanting to go.
Dylan will suggest that we divide and then converge together. Like, so Kiki go with Fargo, and what's her face and I will meet Ash. Guys, I'm sorry, my brain is spacing. At the Father Dumbass's office.
Okay. Does that sound agreeable?
Yeah. Assuming it's agreeable with Yogi.
That works for me.
What?
Oh, I was like, wow, my phone's at 100%. How in the hell is my phone at 100%? Oh, it's plugged in. Duh. Guys, I promise. I haven't lost my marbles.
Okay. Which group wants to be dealt with? Wants to be have the spotlight first?
You can deal with Kiki and
I was gonna say the
Fargo.
opposite. You can do with.
Well, I gotta step away.
Honestly, I'm going to step away myself as soon as Trish comes back. I like to know who to start with. And it sounds like there's a point of contention.
I don't care.
And if she doesn't care, that's also a point of contention.
I am currently going through my. I've got my full list of 26 cities across Europe now, and I am summarizing it. I'm summarizing some of the statistics of how many countries we will visit on going to this, and then sending a surprise statistic to my husband to be like, "Hey, I know how I mentioned this before. I've picked all the cities. We're going to be hitting this many countries on this, and he's not going to know where we're going on any of them, mainly because I'm better at planning travel. I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'm a travel professional. And I tried to make it sort of what is it? Spread out, so we're not going to the same country twice. Well, I mean, we are going to some of the same countries twice, but like, we won't do like back to back the same area. Or if we do, we can like do them in the same trip. Da-da.
I guess he didn't wait for me to get back.
I voted that Kiki and Fargo
Yeah, I heard.
first. By the way. Okay. Okay.
Da-da-da.
Just out of curiosity, are either one of you any good at investigation?
That's a good question.
Kiki is. He's been rolling like high 20s.
I am not.
Like he rolled a 24. He has a plus 10 in the skill.
That's to do it, then better it gets.
And the back.
Yeah.
Did we decide which group goes first?
Kiki.
I'm better at the cross-examination.
Yeah, well, there's not going to be much cross-examination of an empty room, but we'll see how this goes.
I heard Kiki seemingly responds to my question.
Yeah, I have no idea what Kiki said because I can't hear him over the static.
Oh.
But yeah, I was asking if they were any good at investigation. It doesn't sound like they are, so this will be interesting.
Well, Brian has a plus 10, so...
Oh, he did say he had plus 10? Okay.
Yeah, I went back and looked at his roll. He has a plus 10.
Okay, so yeah, he's actually very good at investigation.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. He rolled in the 20s when David asked for a roll.
Yeah, it sounds like then I'm starting with Kiki, Beland, and okay.
Okay.
So, while their rooms are guarded from the standpoint of the hallways guarded, you can easy enough slip past what passes for for the guards. Though the guards are, just so you're aware, seem to be some form of a martial Morrowind, like the ones that were with the initial party that tried to arrest you. Now, there's particular people, but like from the same caliber. And with Agnes and Viola's rooms, um, you'll find a rather hmm, rather clean, clean setup on the onset outside of bloodstains, but decor's good. Agnes has a small garden space in her room, while Viola has what looks to be some form of stringed instruments. Which room are you going to be going to first? Sister Viola's or Sister Agnes's?
Sister Agnes's.
Okay, Sister Agnes is the one with the small garden in there. Okay. Okay. Well, looking around, of course, is blood splatter. If you're wanting to kind of gather any kind of real clues, feel free to either make an investigation roll, or if you have something else you're wanting to do, which you feel may gather evidence or information, feel free to ask if you can do this, that, or the other to see if it'll work or help.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat what you just said?
Well, the primary thing would be investigation. If you have anything else you'd like to do to gather information from the area around the situation, feel free to make any recommendations of things you can do aside from investigation.
Were there any nuns in the hallway as we were walking in?
No, the hallway is guarded by the Moro Church's equivalent of war priests.
Wait! You said she has a garden in her room?
It's a small area of the room dedicated for plants and such. Yes.
And Tristan said I couldn't cross-examine the room.
Oh ho! Do you guys speak with plants? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh damn!
I said I didn't think you would be able to cross-examine the room because I didn't think there'd be anyone in there.
It was Billy with the knife.
Like to cross-examine the plants.
Okay. Feel free to mark up the points for the spell use, and what would you like to say to the plants? The plants are a variety of medicinal and aromatic herbs.
Did this happen in the past day, or was it longer?
We're not 100%, but it seems to be within the last 24 to 36.
Okay, cool.
But is there a limitation?
We'll know
I can only tell you about what happened in the last day.
Okay.
Because he was alive the night before and was dead by the time we came out of the sewer in the afternoon. So, in theory, within the last 24 hours. Yeah, in theory, within the last, like, 12 to 18.
I'm trying to see if Kyoki will be able to talk to them as well.
No, it's only you.
Okay. Because it says that.
It says communicate with you.
Okay.
First sentence.
Alrighty. I will smile at them and be like, "Hello, my friends. How do you do?"
Hi there, we're doing fine. Are you here to water us?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I just need a little bit of information first.
What can we do for you?
There was the nice lady who used to live in this room was killed. You have any idea on who killed her? Did you see anything?
Yeah, that was really sad. She was occasionally grumpy, but had the best soil that she gave us. But you wanted to know what made her stop taking care of us?
Yes. What type of plants are these, David? Just for my record.
They're a combination of like medical herbs and aromatic flowers. Are you wanting me to actually give you like their specific names?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't need it.
Well, what?
Hold on. I've got another question for game mechanic wise. This is not one of the questions that This is not one of the games where we are actively tracking our alignment, is it?
This is the one where the alignment changes based on your actions.
Okay. Okay, continue.
You actually have that question when you're talking with plants.
Yeah.
Are you going to torture the plants?
David, it's fine. It's fine. Just
Okay.
continue.
Well, while she was in her room doing something that wasn't, pruning the weeds or watering us, we heard this thing that was it was kind of a soft hush thing that was something like, well, I could certainly take care of it. From outside the door, and then this other voice that was like, don't be stupid. If it's all the same weapon all the time, then it could be easily connected to things. Besides, your may give this all away. I can do it. It shouldn't be a problem. And then there was just, I don't know what the other person said. It was just a again. We don't know what was up with that. Very, very strange. But the door, the door goes open, and she gets up from her table in surprise, doing something with the feather and whatever else was on the desk. And before she knew what was happening, there was like this this noise, and they try to describe a noise, one which you're familiar with, and I will tell you exactly what it is in a moment. And then this bolt just flies through from the hallway, hitting her in the hitting her in the chest, and she fell over the wood that she was sitting on. And it's good that none of us are trees, because we don't want to be whatever that was. And she was on the ground over. They say over there, but I mean they aren't really moving. So, the sound they described sounded like the bolt release from a crossbow.
Yep. Excellent news. Y'all didn't see anyone though?
Oh no, we did this this man horse thing.
Kind of look like
came in.
me.
Huh?
They kind of look like me.
Yeah, but different. Remember, you're in disguise.
Oh.
Fuck, I know what
Oh,
your
yeah.
card is.
Okay, excellent. Alrighty. You all have been very, very helpful.
Oh, you're welcome. Can you water us now?
I can do you one better. Fargo is going to lean down, take his dagger, and start cutting plants. The floral ones he's going to save for some teas, and he'll take the medical ones for brewing some potions.
What?
Got to get rid of any witnesses that could can't have someone else bearing witness to us. He'll then lean over to Kyoki and be like, the plants gave some very damning testimony that you and I came into the room and killed her. As he's cutting the plants.
I'll say,
well, you actually don't hear screams of pain. You actually hear, "Yay, we're going to be useful!"
Aww.
Wait, but go on.
I mean, they were probably going to die anyway. Like, I feel like this is doing them a service because no one was going to like move in and take care of the garden necessarily. No one wants to live in the dead nun's room.
Kyoku's just kind of looking at you, just kind of like dead, with kind of dots over his head.
Hey. Do you want some tea later?
He's gonna kind of look at the plants. He's gonna kind of look at the plants, look at you, look at the plants, and then grin and say, "That sounds lovely."
Oh.
Hey, David.
Yep.
They've seen our faces, man.
I love how the
My name's
cops thought of
Fargo.
speak with
No,
dead, but didn't think of speak with plants. The easier spell. No, wait, they're both third level. Never mind.
Hey, Tristan. Hey, Tristan. My name's Fargo, and I go down the line. Ooh!
Oh, I'm aware. I've got the modifier already noted.
I might have to send in the Psycho Squad.
Just remember, the plants said that they're excited because they were going to get to be useful.
Oh, I know.
Is there anything else you'd like to do in this room? I know there's a speak with plants thing. I'm not sure if Kyoki's gonna like actively be looking around.
Hold on, stay. Stay. Yoki, anything?
I mean, I see his image in Skype. I see it lighting up as if he's saying something.
Nope. No one else was in the room where it happened.
Just to be clear, even though I did not expressly say it, at this point the body has been moved, so there's just the...
Oh, yeah. Fair, they weren't leaving the body just laying there.
Oh, hey.
And Brian.
Interrupt. Okay. In that case, then I will ask you, Valan, is there anything else you'd like to do in there?
And he's back.
Oh, now he's back. Now I have to bounce the question again.
There's nothing else I would like to do.
Anything else you'd like to
I
what?
think. But there's nothing else I would like to do. I know that he's got a 10 investigation, so he can probably actually do more investigating than I can.
What?
I don't know if you remember, but this is the second time I've used Speak with Plants.
I seem to remember, didn't you
The
talk
last
to like a
time-
tree or something one time?
I talked to some grass. And then proceeded to eat grass.
Yeah, that's not better, Brian. That is full robot.
Man, it's even less than that. It's like in the movies when you're hearing someone trying to contact their allies for rescue, but all they're getting is like that something is happening.
That old time
We
radio.
need. We need. Mhm.
Good call on the speak with plants, by the way.
Fortunately, I don't have a very large spell list in this game, so it's like I was looking at my spells tonight when I logged on. I was like, "Speak with plants." It's been a while since I've used that. And then it was like, "You're like, oh, she has a garden." I was like, "Wait a second."
The power of typing.
I'm sure Dylan would like some tea. I'll make Dylan some tea later. Man, what are you doing? You ready to go, Soto? I'm assuming you're going to cut to them before you cut back to us.
Well, I saw Kyoki was typing, so I just wanted to see what he was going to do to give him a chance to do something in the room, since you did your plants thing.
Okay. Yep. Asuka and I are going Soto. That's within the
I'm not seeing any more
happened.
typing anymore. Oh, there's more typing. I was about this.
I made stuffed mushrooms tonight for dinner, and they turned out incredible. Way better than the last time I made stuffed mushrooms.
That sounds good.
They were stuffed with a sort of Mexican rice, beans, and beef. And
All done?
So fast. Who's my good girl?
Okay.
My good girl. Yeah.
You do see impressions in the carpeting of Agnes's room, though there is a cutout for where the plants are, just so soil doesn't get on the carpet; it gets on the stonework under the carpet. And you do notice some impressions on the carpet. They're very faint. Well, it's been long enough to where they've become more faint. However, there is something off about it given his description. Because of your investigation roll being a height is noticing a discrepancy. Can you make me a survival roll with advantage? Since I believe, if I remember correctly, survival includes like the in-depth reading of impressions and tracks.
In a situation like this, investigation would also work, but yeah, survival's usually what they deal with for tracking and tracks.
Okay, I would say investigation would fall over into...
Survival is the act of tracking footprints and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and going, it's 5 people, one's injured, that kind of thing.
That's that middle ground where it would be, I think they would do it as an either or.
Okay.
I'd say it definitely sounds like investigation.
Okay.
More so than survival.
Well, just one of those things is, because I know tracking, like the skill of tracking is far more than just, there's tracks. You can actually gain information from it.
And with how Fifth is doing it, I think it would either be that would also be included in survival in that circumstance, or it would be an investigation roll and a survival roll.
Okay, so either or, it sounds like.
It's how I would roll it, yeah.
Okay, in that case, survival. Okay, there's something that you will notice. The impressions on the ground.
I'm back.
There is there are 2 pairs, a quadrupedal pair of hoof prints. However, the impression is not heavy enough to correspond to the weight of a horse or a centaur. So it is enough to make an impression in the carpet. So either you're dealing with a really light centaur, or someone was approximating it.
Either way, we're dealing with someone who knew I was a centaur.
Which is impressive.
Not unless they were they already knew.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like that's been a pretty closely kept secret, so that's...
Which means that we're dealing with someone from the actual...
original murder. Yeah. Would have to be. I mean, obviously, this is the same person that's been going around pretending to be you to begin with.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I've been framed now for several murders. So...
that we know of, too.
I think these are just the ones we know of.
There could be more.
To be fair, you guys did start out with finding my wanted poster. I don't know if I actually know that in character, so I can't exactly say that in character.
Is there anything else in the room that you're looking for? Because that's some pretty good stuff right there. Okay. With that. Oh.
Did I lose you guys?
Still
or did
here.
you just go quiet?
Okay.
Okay.
Switching over to the office of Father Dumas, which I believe was Dylan, Ash,
And Ileana, it sounds like.
and Ileana. Okay.
Ileana, there we go. I remember.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you totally remembered.
Okay. Unlike the hallway of sisters Agnes and Viola, there are no active guards at Father Dumas' office. There is, however, a bar with that is like locked into place with this heavy-looking armored padlock, clearly to prevent anyone from entering the room. Given where his office is located, there are occasionally people that are coming through the main area because, like, it's his office, not his room. But it's like, it's like there'll be person, a few minutes later, maybe another person, that kind of traffic.
All right, if you can keep eyes for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, should we let the squirrel keep eyes because it looks inconspicuous?
I mean, you both can keep eyes. It just needs some. I mean, I'm invisible; they can't see me. But if the door gets picked and people are walking by, looks a little
Oh
sus.
yeah. Okay. That's fine.
I'm just saying, like, somebody let me know to stop picking if somebody's coming.
I got you.
Okay. Perception roll for being on guard.
Yep.
That's okay. I know you ain't trying to go get some more food. Someone explain to me why my dog is such a fat ass. She acts like I don't feed her. Like she eats her dinner and goes back and sniffs at the bag and then looks at me and cries. You're eating 3 cups a day of food. You don't need any more. Go get in your bed. You can come up here too if you want. Lay down.
What's that perception roll? Hello?
Lay down.
Sierra?
Sierra.
Oh, my perception. Sorry. Um.
Okay. Ash, it is taking you a unusual length of time to pick this lock. Whenever you're just about to pick it, over the last couple minutes, the pressure of keeping the other pieces locked in place intensifies. This lock seems to
Wave my amulet of detect magic over it.
you aren't detecting any magic.
Okay, so it's not under the arcane lock spell. Right.
No, it
Just a really high DC.
You can determine that the heftiness of the lock is so hefty because there are some like mechanical components inside that are helping prevent lockpicking attempts and presumably preventing people from bashing it due to the armor nature of it. But each time the pressure comes, at first it seems random, but you're noticing a pattern, so you're kind of refining your time as you go on. You just about got it when Dylan, you notice a pair of Moro clergy, accompanied by a marksman, are approaching from the westward hallway. They appear to be having some kind of conversation and eating a form of popped corn.
I will cough, and so that Ash is aware that there are people coming, and then I will cross the hall and like bend down and pretend like I am having a conversation with squirrel form Ileana.
Okay, good cover there. You'll get odd looks, but nothing accusatory. Ash, what are you wanting to do?
No.
Flushes you.
Said I don't have it yet, so I guess stop, move the picks so I don't,
Okay. Are you still invisible?
for an hour, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, in that case, then, are you still wanting to stop? Or are your picks invisible with you?
Objects you are holding, I think, are affected by invisibility. So, yeah.
Okay, in that case, you don't have to. Okay. Oh, in that case, they'll give Dylan some odd looks, and walk on by then, because they don't detect invisibility. Ah, okay, I caught the test one for one of you. You will hear the lock click and go tunk as it delatches. You'll also hear some internal clicking as some internal mechanisms are resetting.
Okay.
Did they pass by?
Yeah, they did ultimately pass by. They gave you some odd looks. And you'll hear a comment of, well, maybe she's a druid.
All right, thank you, honey.
It's like, you dress like that, maybe she's a druid.
And they said my outfit looks scantily clad, Ileana. Joke's on them now. I don't want to hold your face.
With that, you can open the door to the office.
Okay.
Okay. The office is somewhat disturbed. There is a there is a number of items on the desk such as some symbols of symbols of Moro, some art pieces, and a ink pot that have been knocked over. Some are broken. There's ink stains on the ground, and of course a blood stain on the desk, and some of the fine fine carpeting in the office. Excuse me. And there are, of course, some scattered papers on the ground. You are noticing some chipping on the table nearest where the person would be sitting. And that's information you can get just kind of at a glance.
Okay.
I will mentally make the suggestion that I also want to check out the niece's room.
You can do that, sure. So let me take a once over around here, see if I can figure out what actually went down. We have blood on the desk. That's a good place to start. Get a sense of the crime scene.
Oh wait, you have the dark gift thing, don't you? Not dark gift.
I don't have grim psychometry. I'm
Grim
not.
psychometry.
You're thinking
No,
of Kenshi.
I'm thinking of okay.
Yeah, can't you just walk in, put his hand down, and go, oh, yeah, I know exactly what happened. I have to do the thing where you actually have to use investigation powers, including spending a Battlemaster die, because I really want to know what happened here.
Same. But I promise you, I feel like Denise is the cause of this, and I feel like this could have been solved had he listened to what I said. It's too late now to say I told you so, but I'm not always wrong. I mean, a majority of the time wrong, but like at least 5% of the time I am right.
Let's mark off my invisibility. Mark off my
I'm still talking about the speak with Lance thing.
Oh yeah, Dylan. Fargo is going to be making you some tea later.
Okay. Dylan likes tea. That's okay.
It's made out of sentient plants.
Well, they're not sentient. They're just, they're still normal plants.
They were sentient for a moment. They were sentient when I killed them.
I don't think I have any spells that help here, but I'm just double checking. I will skywrite. That'll totally help. I have an enhanced spirit guy, right?
I actually have a lot of spells specifically for non-combat.
Holy shit!
Yeah, the superiority die was just a flex, but tell me everything.
Okay. You
Pretty sure with that number, one of them left their business card, and it's got all of their name, their address.
Their bank account information, password to their Wi-Fi.
You notice that there are impressions on the
Give me a
carpet.
bottle of water.
They are
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. You take it out. Just hand me a bottle of water. Bless you. What? Did you just sneeze in your brother's face?
You know what he did?
I don't want to.
Sneezed on me. Wait, body sneezed on me. He came up, he cuddled, and then he sneezed on me.
Then you know how I felt when you were young.
Judging by the impressions, it was a person
You?
wearing
I thought he was 4.
wearing
Maybe
combination of armor and
I don't know why I thought he was 4.
and probably a few weapons, maybe a pack or something.
I'm sorry.
When it comes to the to the desk, then you notice how the impression like shifts on the carpeting. That chip that I mentioned, you can identify as what would happen if a sword like clipped the edge of the desk, or was like if the point was like stab, or if there was a stab. Looking at this, it appears whoever came in, opened the door, moved with a surprising, a quote unquote surprising amount of a surprising amount of of silence, given given how the things seem to be disturbed, seem to more be a reaction. So you're thinking someone um, someone came in and stabbed him through the back to where the blade went through and hit the front of the desk. Clearly, at this point, it looks like Damas's arm must have flown out, knocking a number of things over. Judging again by the impressions and actually some disruption of the ink before time had hardened. It looked like the initial stab may not have immediately killed Dumas. Like, it wasn't a fatal.
Mhm.
Initially a fatal strike. Again, judging by the impressions and stuff, he must have been hit again, likely due to the stumble pattern, by more of a slash instead of a thrust. Excuse me. Given that you've mentioned investigation can be used to identify weaponry, while you don't, of course, have his body to look at, you do have the damage on the desk, and you also notice some chipping on a nearby bookcase. Probably from a swing, had follow through and just hit a nearby object. You would ascertain with a fair amount of certainty that judging by the damage that is caused, the weapon was a bastard sword.
Yeah, very well researched. I mean, the bastard sword was kind of common knowledge, but you get what I mean. Between
them. Excuse me. You looking around the area some more. You will notice that the blood splatter on the ground, or on the carpeting rather, is slightly it's somewhat dragged, that transitions into kind of goes from if the wound was pressed to the ground, not by force, but just by weight of a body, and then the pressure was let up a bit. Following that, you will see in the shadow of not just the shadow of a bookcase, but partially underneath the carpeting. Right. Underneath the carpeting is some black and red scroll. Looks like it is quite probably writing. From what I am seeing here, those languages. Um,
If I do not know it, I will tag it with comprehend.
okay. It is
Is it in a language that I speak?
Let me look. Okay. One of them, um, one of them is you have three languages here. One is of course common. Everyone can read that.
Mm-hmm.
The other is one that neither of you have.
Okay.
So you
Comprehend language.
comprehend for that. The other one, Ash doesn't know, but you do, and that is infernal.
Okay.
Um,
Well, he reads the one that we don't know. I'll read the infernal one.
okay. I'm just gonna kind of put this all together since you guys are working from the same
Yeah.
from the same sample here. You see the one that's in comprehend languages. I believe it doesn't tell you what language it is. You can just comprehend
Just I read it, yeah.
Um, but by the grace of grace of Moro, uh, I have excuse me. I have si- I have glimpsed through the haze of deception. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's in the comprehend language part because it was kind of like I kind of graphic a bit. The writing in um common will be it's in a bit of a scroll, so you're having to kind of piece it together. It's not exactly like it was written in pen. You two believe with near 100% certainty that it says um, ca- um, Captain Watch, and it looks like possibly a little drawing of it. It looks like a very hasty depiction of like a tent, which would indicate festival, carnival, something along those lines. Which I guess with the really high investigation, I shouldn't be speaking as broadly. It's referring to the ongoing festival. So, so Captain of Watch, likely formed um, 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 for festival. The infernal part that you read Dylan, is it's not so much a sentence, but as infernal symbology, which has likely been gotten from any number of texts in the cathedral that deal with the perceived evils of the world, and something which Father Dumas, given his station in Piasis, probably has studied many texts of Moro, which is probably where this was gotten. Um, you will you will see the symbol that represents fiend, specifically powerful fiend. Not necessarily like an archfiend or anything, but it's indicative of a fiend which is powerful, and there was like a partial of something else, but it wasn't finished.
Okay. Like he was interrupted in the middle of it.
Like he probably lost either died or lost consciousness as he was writing this, because this wasn't like a paintbrush or anything. He was probably using his finger.
Mm.
I'm sorry, what was that they was writing with his finger?
Everything here, but
yeah, it's written in his finger.
Yeah, and the black and the red, of course, is he probably was able to get some ink on his finger and then had to use blood for the rest. So in short, I'm just going to go over it. Go over it again. The part that you use comprehend language is on. By the grace of Moro, I have seen through the haze of deception.
Mm-hmm.
In common, it is captain of watch with a symbol representing the like a festival or carnival, very likely the ongoing festivities. And then in the other language, which Dylan would know as infernal, is the symbology indicating like powerful fiend, high fiend, something along those lines, and a partial of something else that was never finished being written.
So it sounds like we need to investigate the captain of the watch.
Be possible to put it together?
Well, it's kind of,
I know
it's kind of
left
like
unfinished.
It's kind of like if someone started writing like a stroke or two of kanji and then just never finished it.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yes, but I want to check out the niece's room as well.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it sounds like our lead is the captain of the watch.
Yeah.
That was a really
but
high
definitely should check the niece's room.
I investigate. That's what I do.
Sure. So when you invest the room, okay. Does the Kyoki Bland team mind if I do the Nisa's room with them real quick, or given the time?
No, go right ahead.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Might as well do the Nisa's room just to actually, get a little bit more accomplished tonight.
Yeah. All right. Moving over to where the Nisa's room would be, which is on one of the higher floors. There is a of course they wouldn't have. Okay. Oh, that is much more. Okay. Oh shit! I wish I had that 20 minutes ago. fuck. This this church here is lit with with some of the orders it has under it. Fuck. Okay. You will see a rather very kind of like I've seen things, kind of member of more of Moro, standing in the same hallway, actively keeping watch. That is Kalina's Kalina's room. His vestments incorporate some amounts of armor. It's not like the full plate that you saw some of the people of the watch, the clergy of the watch, not to that level. So it's like robes with like some chest pieces. So think of it as kind of like a kind of medium armor robe. Along with some like potions and stuff. So the person is clearly someone who either goes into dangerous situations or out into the field. And he has his hood up even though he's inside. The vestments do have the mark of Moro along with a second weaving outside of that mark, which you'll need a religion roll if you want to actually identify what it is. You'll be looking around. Given this a hallway, are you guys wanting to sneak in, or because you're in disguise, or maybe invisible?
Depends on whether it's been an hour or not. But I'm still gonna sneak in with the invisibility because.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
I will try to sneak, but I don't want to make it obvious that I'm sneaking.
Keep in mind this is a hallway, with a person looking left and then looking right.
Oh, then I'll just act natural, like I know where I'm going.
Excuse me.
Does somebody say that to me?
Yes, the person in the armored vestments.
Oh, I will turn around and excuse you.
You're excused.
It would be unwise for me to be excused, miss.
I apologize. I grew up in the wild. I am still learning the custom here.
Ah, that would explain your dress to keep closer to nature, I would presume.
Yes. She'll hold out Ileana and say like, and my faithful steed.
Ah, yes, I do appreciate your acknowledgement of modesty while in the city.
Yes.
By the way, you feel like, since you're kind of near Kalina's room, you feel cold emanating from the room.
I will I will glance over casually before glancing back at the person before.
I would recommend not progressing into console Lady Kalina, if that is what you're intending by being in this hallway. A number of the clergy was injured while trying to console her, as much aggression was forced upon them. She was very distraught, wishing to seek out the consider for a moment. I believe it was seek out the power onto which reap vengeance on the on the fiend who injured her uncle. Is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah, uncle.
Oh,
And there was
I was just
much loud noises, so the room may not be in fact in habitable condition for anyone other than the lady. With the power exhibited, I was called in to try to handle any more outbursts and prevent people from being injured by her current distraught state.
I feel like you should trust me on this. I felt compelled to come in this direction. My God has spoken to me.
Make me a deception roll, please.
I'm gonna do very horrible at this.
Can I try to slip past while she's having this conversation?
I think the door is closed.
Yes,
the
but
door
I
is
tried to-
closed, but it's not like locked.
I'd say I could try to stealthily slip in.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Feel free to make.
Would that be the initial sneak there, or would that be a separate sneak from that one?
Investigation, sneak 16. Was that for
Religion and sneak. That was.
Oh, okay. Religion. Okay, so that's okay. There's with the 19. Okay. You actually be able to identify the symbols, kind of outer wreathing the for the Moro. It's the symbol for the Moruan Order of Illumination. Which is a arm or an order of Moro that that hunt hunt witches and similar things. Despite the order having, of course, divine roots, they are known to be arcanists. So possibly multi-class in the both. And they are rather militant, given that they're the kind of things that they're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. They made of the cranky.
This person doesn't seem to be particularly cranky, but it does seem to be like I've seen things.
Yeah.
Okay. That is not going to be a correct thing. Okay, sneak. Oh, that was a thing that did not roll. Oh, that's good. Okay. What, really? I got a critical on something that doesn't count for a critical. The 3d6. For reals. Okay. It looks at you skeptically. That being said, you're holding his attention enough to allow Ash to slip in. His general neutral face tightens a bit. Well, if that is the case, then tell me of this deity that compels you. But as you asked that, I'm gonna, given the time, I'm gonna go over to Ash right quick, so since you can actually enter the room.
Okay, awesome.
Entering the room, you know why it's cold? There's remnants of ice magic in here.
Oh, I'm familiar with ice magic.
Like the blanket.
It basically looks as if there was a kind of like an unbridled magical release here. Probably emotional outburst / dealing with people trying to prevent her from leaving. I say that because she is not in the room.
So that'll be an investigation / survival tracking next session. She probably left by that teleportation circle that we know is in her room from the first adventure.
There's definite indication here, again, with how the magic is flung about, that, again, it was used to, like, make people, like, unhand her and stuff like that. The room is mainly because that in a bit of a mess, but there's also a little bit of a mess from the looks of someone like moving things quickly to get to some to get to something else. There are pages on her desk, which states a myriad of things. What is immediately apparent amongst the seeming crazed writing is that excuse me, is that something is calling to her. The implication is what is mine and what has been taken from me. It's like she needs it, or maybe the group she's with needs it, because there's a few we's in there. And the clear implication that the fiend which laid harm to my uncle will find a fate worse than banishment.
Oh, that sounds fun.
The
Outside, she doesn't seem to believe it was us.
The way fiend is being used here is indicative of not saying you fiend, but literally meaning some form of fiend. Before I close the session, based off of that tiny tidbit, do you have any particular questions that you think may be revealed by things in this room or the pile of papers?
Nothing that couldn't wait till I actually do a proper investigation that will actually take game time.
Okay.
So.
Okay. With that, I will end it there. Next time, we will continue with some of the investigations leading into what sounds like some Kalina tracking, ultimately leading to a place hidden within the domain that is Corvus. One that is not the Undercity.
I'm prepping myself for disappointment because I set us up for something interesting, chasing Kalina around town and fiends and stuff, which means it's going to be a big disappointment based on the other chapters.
Such secrets and hopefully not disappointments will be discovered next time. Bonus. We will also find out exactly how well Dylan is good at pretending to lie and pretending that she's not lying while doing it. Also plants.
Rip plants.
Okay. Believe it or not, you guys actually got some super extra information there, thanks to a combination of creativity and good rolls.
Well, that's nice.
No one else was in the room where it happened.
Oh, see, yeah. From what you found out, since you know it's not yourselves because you weren't there.
And the person I'm worried about knowing it was us knows it wasn't us, so I'm good. I can live with this. I'm real sad that, if the captain of the guards who I think it was, that he's been replaced by Fiend. That's a little depressing. I liked that character, but... And it seems like they actually committed to killing Father Dumas, which I also, But we'll see.
But, I mean, if you want, you can go check, where the bodies are.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's on the...
Yeah. But,
If we're going after the police chief, that's where the bodies are going to be. I mean, also...
What?
If we're going after the police chief, that's where the bodies are probably, so...
Yeah, shoot. But, yeah, I forgot where I was going with stuff. But, yeah, nice bit of investigation, nice bit of role play.
We get three levels.
You wish.
Oh, it was worth an ask.
We literally just got a level.
I know. Do I need to roll my what is it? Alignment?
Oh, I've been rolling those.
Oh, okay. What's the damage?
I don't know, I haven't gotten that far yet.
I wanted to subvert the entire thing of plants screaming when they're cut, so...
Yeah.
It's okay. Argo is technically currently high on his alignment, so he does need to drop a few points.
But yeah,
The goal is to keep him in chaotic good.
I remember what I was going to say. Whomever did this... I take from the evidence you found, if you didn't know any better, you'd suspect you too.
Oh yeah, no, that's why Fargo straight up was like, yeah, we gotta get rid of these plants. Of course, he probably would have murdered them all in cold blood anyway, because, again, they're plants. Plants don't have feelings.
Yeah, things like people with plants make certain things awkward. But yeah, so,
Okay.
any thoughts or theories?
Nope. I have finished my list of 26 locations across Europe, all of which start with a different letter. Some fun statistics on it. The country we will be visiting the most often is Spain. Specifically from the fact that I am fairly certain that's where one of the countries my husband wants to spend a lot of time in, since he has an advantage on me there. He speaks the language. Then we will be visiting Spain 4 times. Italy and the UK we will be visiting 3 times. France twice, Greece twice, Portugal twice, and then the other countries we will be visiting in no particular order: Estonia, Finland, Germany, Ireland, Latvia, the Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Sweden, and Switzerland. Obviously, we'll be visiting Germany, but we are going to one location within Germany with one of the letters. So.
Okay.
In a couple, I have alternates on, just in case like it's too expensive to get there. Because obviously most of these, the idea is that they're going to be trips on a budget and like as cheap as possible trips that we can do over the course of a 4-day weekend. So. And a lot of these places are places that I don't think we would have gone to see if we weren't like just cutting time for them. You know, like the big cities are Amsterdam, Berlin, London, Madrid, Rome, Oslo, Porto, Venice, Zurich, Wroclaw. But then we've got some small cities like Nancy in France and York, England, because there's no other cities in the entire continent that start with Y. Like, they have two cities that start with X, but only one city that starts with Y. And I'm trying to, you know what? I'm going to put an or on this one. Because technically we could do Iceland. Iceland's pretty cheap to get to.
Ah, Iceland, the
Or
greenest of lands.
we could put Iceland instead of Rome. Because see, I was trying to do places I haven't been either. The only places I've been on this list already are I've been to Dublin, obviously. I've been to London. I've been to Sevilla. And I think that's it. In Rome. But I'm thinking about swapping Rome for Reykjavik.
Okay, so Dylan crosses into neutral good.
Which I think is where she started out, right? No, she started out as chaotic good.
I think you've been kind of wobbling. Somehow Kyoki went up by a lot.
Oh, really?
How did he get 3d10?
Multiple sessions.
Yeah.
I have notes from multiple sessions, I just forgot to actually roll them, so.
Went up by what?
Your alignment. You are now 2 points away from perfect lawful good.
Yeah, I'm a murderer.
Yeah, I noticed that he does heinous shit and his alignment goes all the way up. He does mundane shit and it goes down.
Yeah, I killed some flowers and my alignment went down, but you did like a whole ton of stuff.
I think if you look at Kyoki's modifier, he's at, for 3 sessions, he had a total of minus 14.
Yeah, what goes to show.
Like,
I'm the
comparatively speaking, what did he do?
There's threats of torture and unnecessary violence and just all sorts of bad stuff.
You think that would rack up?
It did! He was at a minus 14!
Yeah, but comparatively speaking, threats of torture versus killing some plants.
I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying that's how it happens. I totaled up the net modifier. He's got a huge modifier. He just rolled really well.
I'm gonna be your paladin. Yay!
Technically speaking, not like if he rolled average, he still would have been up. His average is 16 or 17.
5.5 on a D10, so it would be 16.
So he didn't even like hit enough modifier to lose to average.
I have been threatening in the hopes that they would give up and go away, so that we wouldn't have to do anything violent or aggressive to them.
What did Dylan do?
a lot of inaction
She-
and resorting
she
to
wanted to
Fireball when
give
she
up.
didn't need it.
Hey! I didn't use Fireball when I didn't need it.
And she also suggested that we just give up and let her get arrested while we all ran.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a negative. Self-sacrifice is not a negative.
And Dylan is captain, so she has to put the crew before herself.
You want to know what is negative? Cowardice.
Yeah.
What?
I'm still.
That's
Not you. I'm talking about us leaving our captain to just get,
no, you guys are
I'm still-
leaving.
I'm still trying to figure out.
her name.